All right, now, as I had alluded to earlier, I think this process is going to go a lot faster. We've already laid out the design once for the high resolution. So now what we want to do is we want to apply that design, which we've already created, to the medium resolution wireframe, the broken apart medium resolution wireframe. So as you can see, I've gone and opened up the high resolution.psd, and I'd like you to do the same. Go ahead and choose File Open and open up your high resolution.psd. What we're going to do is we're going to take a lot of the content, much of the content, that we've created here inside the high resolution layout, and we're going to apply it to the medium resolution wireframe or the medium resolution design. Okay? Hence why I say that this is going to go a lot faster than it did previously. So I think the way that I'm going to arrange things, at least for myself, is I want to be able to see both files, both designs at the same time. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to my window menu and then down to Arrange, and then I'm going to choose Float All in Windows. And essentially what that will do is it'll allow me to see both files simultaneously. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of do a side-by-side here. This could get a little bit tricky with, so many floating windows and the layers panel kind of kicking around there and so on. But we'll do our best here. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to make sure that the medium resolution file is in focus. He's on top. And once again, I'm going to take a top-down approach. So I'm going to start with his header. Okay, so there's the header there inside my layout. You can see. I'll zoom in just a little bit here on the medium resolution layout so we can take a closer look at this here. But again, it could get a little bit tricky with so many floating windows. So there's the header. I want to get the logo in there. I want to set his background color and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and set the background color or the color overlay first by, once again, simply double-clicking on the right-hand side of the header layer. This is inside the medium resolution file, of course, into the layer style dialog box. And of course, I'm going to go and look for color overlay, and we'll change his color by clicking on the color swatch to blue. Now, do you remember the RGB color values that we used for our blue? Neither do I. So what we'll do is we'll simply bring our cursor over top of the high resolution layout, over top of a blue area. It doesn't matter which blue area, so long as you're over top of one of the blue areas inside the high resolution layout, and we can sample that same blue color. Okay, just like so. All right, perfect, good stuff. Go ahead and click on OK, and then OK one more time. All right, good stuff. So there's the layer effect, the color overlay applied to the header layer, which is great. Okay? All right. Now, for the logo, once again, the logo's already been set up. We already set that guy up in Illustrator way back when, so we don't have to go through all those steps again. It's already set up for us if I zoom in on the high-resolution layout here. So what I want to do is I want to find the logo inside the high-resolution file. He's inside the Layers panel, of course. So what I've done here is I've flipped over to the high-resolution file, the high-resolution layout. I'm going to twist open his header layer group. Of course, we have everything set up here in layer groups, and there's the logo right there, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the logo and simply drag and drop it into the medium resolution file, okay? Nice and easy. Again, everything's already set up here, so there's no sense in rebuilding everything from scratch. I already have my move tool selected inside the toolbox, the black arrow tool here inside Photoshop. So that guy is going to allow me to very simply reposition the logo inside my layout. I'm just using my arrow keys to go and micro position this guy. Something like that. I think is going to be just fine. I might use my free transform to maybe scale this guy down a little bit. Control or Command T and then holding down Shift and just pulling on one of the corners there and then Enter to lock that in, something like that. You can fiddle around with that if you like. Get that guy positioned in. And then, of course, last but not least, we will take the logo and the header. We'll select both of them by holding down either Shift or Control or Command, grabbing both of them, and then we'll save them or move them into a layer group by hitting Control or Command G. Okay, just like we've done a number of times already. And I'll call this guy header or header area or something like that. Perfect. There's the header for the medium resolution layout.